Lead for God's sake is the theme of this year's retreat. The theme is taken from the book by the same name. The retreat journey will actually begin early this summer as we travel together through the parable as written in the book Lead for God's Sake, written by Todd Gongwer. This will prepare us for our retreat in November, where the author of the book will facilitate a number of our retreat sessions.
I had been given the opportunity to work in a large manufacturing company with plants all around the country, and so I was able to really begin to test a lot of the methodologies that I felt were being laid on my heart by God, and in terms of trying to help a culture in an organization actually change to become better. And not just better, I should say, to become the best that it could be.
Let's hear what others have to say about Todd and the book Lead for God's Sake, and it's being used to change people's lives.
In society today, success is defined for us. I mean, in anything that we're pursuing, it's getting to the top, it's wins and losses, it's money. It's some of the things you were mentioning, the reasons you didn't get into it. Talk a little bit about, again, you know, as you think of Urban Meyer's life moving forward, how has this shaped the definition of success, or how you think about going into things and defining success right from the start, in maybe a different way, or getting back more to the roots, or how does that?
Well, not to give away the book, but Coach Rocker went through he got into it for a relationship. He started to have great success, and also he could become the winningest coach in Kentucky basketball history. And it started to change who he was. And without getting too much into my personal life, but it began to change who I was. Every Thursday night, for as long as I can remember, we would have players over during the season. That was the greatest time of the week. Every Thursday after practice, my wife and children would show up to practice, and all the other families would show up. We'd have victory meal on Mondays and when we won, and those things were really the foundation of it. It was all about relationship. We had church service where all the families were invited, and for whatever reason that started to change. And I say for whatever reason is because the leader started to worry about other things, because of the great success we had, because of other issues that I was dealing with, as opposed to going back to the why. And the why overrules everything. If you keep your focus on the why and the relationship, then everything else will take care of itself. And if it doesn't, that's fine.
Off season kills me. You know, I mean, I'm just so used to activity, things going on around me, just things to do, and it's killing me. There's just nothing to do. And so I need to find another way. I need to find something else I can do that will give me what I need in the off season. You know, I've tried a little bit of everything around here. I've tried security, parking lot ministry. Look, I even went out and tried to trim some trees. That wasn't a good thing. But one day I ran into Hoop, and he was just telling me, you know what, you need to read this book, Leading for God's Sake. You know, he said, you can get it on your iPad. So I did, and I read it. And let me tell you something, it has changed my life. I see now the way I was doing things was not the right way. It wasn't from the heart. I was going by the way I've always done things. You know, that's what we do. That's what we do. But I have to make a change now. And so this book has made the difference. And I plan on making a change. But I'm going to need a lot of help.
I believe and pray that this retreat, including what leads up to it and what follows, will lead you on an incredible journey that will inspire you to invite others along for the ride. A journey committed for the ultimate purpose, for God's sake.
If you want to know